Hi everyone, welcome to another week of Coach's Corner. On this week's Coach's Corner feature, we're going to talk about the Ponca City girls softball team headed up by Coach Freeman and talk about their season so far. We'll also have Ponca City football coach Rob Fry in as well. Begin though things with our Lady Cat softball team and Coach Freeman, if people just watch the scores of your team, you've had some crazy games this fall, haven't you?
We have. We've played 7 or 8 extra inning games. We don't do anything easy. It's kind of obviously the cardiac kids. That's definitely what my team has settled into. The good news is that in all those tight games, we've come out on the right end of most of them here lately. So we make it exciting, but generally here lately we pulled out the victories, so that's good.
That's the point I was wanting to make, is that last year I think most of those times you would say we found a way to not come up with the win, but you're winning some of those close games and some of those extra inning games.
I look back at last year's scores, and I think it was 6 or 7 one-run losses last year. So, obviously you want to be on the right side of those, and hopefully our girls are learning how to play in tight ball games, because it's been pretty much split down the middle. Half the time we'll come back late and win it, and other times we'll blow a lead. I know last Monday against Bixby we blew 2 leads in the 7th inning. But give our girls credit. The easy thing to do would have been momentum was with Bixby, and in both scenarios we came back and won the game in extra innings, and I was proud of that.
And again, I don't see every score, but it just looks like some of those teams that you lost to last year, you're splitting doubleheaders with. Would that be accurate, Coach?
It is. The biggest thing that we talked about with our kids, as far as one is just to learn how to be competitive and expect to win, is quite honestly, our record looking back the last 5-6 years in softball against 6A opponents was not good at all. I mean, it was brutal. This year in 6A we're 9-10, and it's a huge improvement. We didn't have 9 wins in the last 6-7 years in softball. So, splitting with Muskogee, sweeping Bixby, we've split with Bartlesville to this point. It's a sign to me that we're getting there within the ranks of 6A.
And even maybe some of the teams that you're not beating, but I'm sure you see in the score and on the field improvement with some of those big schools that are going to be trouble to beat, but you're playing them closer than you have in the past.
We host Broken Arrow tomorrow, and the final score was 11-3 the first time we played them. But if anybody was at the ball game, it was 2-1 in the 6th inning. We had the bases loaded with nobody out, and our 2-3-4 coming up, and didn't get it done. Strikeout, pop up, inning over. And then we kind of, to be honest with you, were probably a little deflated after that, and we came out and they scored 6-7 runs that next inning. So while, you can't change a score, it was 11-3, they beat us by 8 runs. But Broken Arrow knows, and I think my team knows, that if we play well, we can look up and be in a ball game tomorrow with Broken Arrow again late.
You're 9-10 against 6A opponents. What's our overall record, Coach?
Overall, we're 17-14. We had, like I said, we swept Bixby in district on Monday, and then we went 2-2 at the Bartlesville tournament.
Well, that right there is a pretty positive thing. It's a great way to go into the last part of September, I'm sure.
It is. We've got we slow up a little bit this week and next week. We've got Broken Arrow and Bartlesville this week. They're all at home, and then we host Stillwater and Owasso the next week. So it slows down considerably, but to me, one is it gives us some practice time late in the year, which is important to me, and then 2, we played 3 or 4 games last year without our second baseman, our shortstop, and parts of games without our starting third baseman. So we're definitely a banged up team right now. We've got a lot of kids nursing some injuries, so it'll be good for us to practice and to heal and to get set up before our regional will be announced the end of this week. And our girls, we've been fighting all year trying to get to 20 wins this regular season, so it's still in front of us, trying to get to that 20 win benchmark.
Coach, if you could, maybe highlight some play. First of all, let's talk about pitching and defense, some of the girls that have really stepped up for you this season.
Rebecca Clinton has pitched 99% of our innings again this year. Again, she's a sophomore. She's done a great job, keeps us in ball games, fierce competitor, which we like. Defensively, that's been our, the old one bad half inning type adage, which drives me crazy because you got to play 7 to win. Defensively, when we've lost some of those ball games, it's because of our defense at times. But all in all, that's they played well and they played hard for us.
The other side of it is, I know you played Muskogee to a 17-15 game. When you get hot, you can move the ball around, can't you?
We can. We're team batting average wise, we're in the 320s right now, which for softball's tremendous. I know that our two highest batting averages on the team right now is Emily Baker and JC Grimm, who are both freshmen. We've got 4 girls over 20 RBIs. Last year we had only 1. 3 girls hitting over 400. Offensively, the kids deserve a lot of credit, and then my hitting coach, Coach Jeremy DeNoia, has done an excellent job with those kids this year. Getting them out of funks, because hitting is it's a streaky thing, and we preach to them. You can't get down if you have a bad day or a bad week. So really, offensively, it's been a big bonus for us this year.
You mentioned that your regional assignments will be made later this week. If you could go through how that process works.
It's all going to be based on how we finish in the district standings, and then the 4 from our district will go to the 1 or 2 from the other east side, or it's obviously going to be our first year to experience that. So I'm kind of waiting to see as well. Right now, I'll say we're 4th in our district. We're behind 1 game behind Claremore, and then Broken Arrow and Owasso are out in front of everybody. We're trying to. We've got 3 district games left. We're trying to sneak into that 3rd spot is our goal, so that we can be I think we're about a shirt of a 2 or 3 seat somewhere.
And does that indicate where you might go right now?
I don't. I would just honest. It's obviously it's pretty safe to say that Broken Arrow, Owasso, Jinx, and Union will be the 4 hosts. We've talked. We've seen Owasso. They're excellent. Union's #1 team in the state. Jinx is #3. If we could pick, we'd like to go to Broken Arrow. I mean, we know that we can compete with them, and we know that that we can beat them if we play our game.
And you have them in Ponca City on Tuesday. That'll be quite a game, won't it?
It will. The thing that we preach to our kids, and I've said this before on this show, is as much as we're playing Broken Arrow, to us and to my staff, we're playing the game of softball. It's going to be who pitches it better, who plays good, clean defense, and who can come up with a timely hit. We try not to get carried away with, we got to play #3 team in the state, Broken Arrow. We got to play this team. It's all about who's competing better that day against that sport.
Coach, congratulations, 17-14. Get out and support Ponca City Girls Softball. Head Coach Jared Freeman on this week's edition of Coach's Corner.